Here to break down the cost is CNN student news anchor Carl Azuz. Carl, have we worked our way up to $1,000 for prom?
You know, Richelle, you can start tallying things up like the cost of the limo, the prom dresses, which have gotten a lot more expensive. Tux rentals have doubled since I rented my tux back in 1990. But, you know, Visa did this survey, and they say what this really comes down to is a keeping up with the Joneses, or perhaps in today's vernacular, keeping up with the Kardashians mentality among students. I mean, because they're trying to kind of one-up each other. They've seen My Super Sweet 16, and they're talking about things that they can do that their friends aren't doing. It might involve a horse-drawn carriage. It might involve a custom dress. And so Visa says it's this sort of mentality, this I have to have something special and unique, that's causing costs and expectations to be on the rise.
When honestly, really nobody can afford it, but everyone's convinced the other person that they can afford it. And the next thing you know, you're all spending money you actually don't have.
And that is an excellent point. And what's interesting about this is Visa broke it down by income bracket.
Okay.
And what you might not expect is it's actually the people in the lower income brackets who are spending more on prom. You can see this graphic right here on your screen. Those who are making $20,000 or less than $20,000 are spending on average around $1,200 on prom. You see the highest spending is in the second lowest income bracket, 20 to 29 at $1,600. And then it generally decreases to where folks who are making over $50,000, over $70,000 are spending less than $1,000 on the prom. So it's sort of the opposite of what you might think in cost.
Okay, so let's help some parents out. Let's give them some tips on how you can still make the kids happy, but not go broke doing this.
Andrea Warrock is a consumer savings expert, and she sent us a number of tips, and we're going to put this up later at cnn.com/schools of thought. But these tips are great because I don't remember ladies being able to rent the dress when I took them to prom. You can find them online, and that costs a lot less. And besides that, when else are you going to wear a prom dress?
I'll tell you, you will not wear your prom dress again, ladies. You will not. So renting it is actually not a bad option. I like that.
A number of those other tips, you know, you can split the cost of the limo. If you go with a number of friends, you could skip the limo and just drive. I mean, that's what I did. We saved a boatload.
Really? You can do that?
Oh, yeah. If you're novel, yes.
Okay, tell us again where all these tips are.
Sure. We got a whole article up at cnn.com/schools of thought. It's CNN Schools of Thought blog. It's all things education. Check it out.
Okay, that's great information as always. Carl Azuz, good conversation, and kids, enjoy the prom.